It ends on W, so make welcome Tommy Womack to the Second Cup of Joe.
And John.
Congratulations, your new album's going to be called Live a Little, 9th solo album.
My 9th solo album. I came up with Live a Little just because we have to. I hope that's the feeling that comes through the record. It's a record about reflecting, but also survival.
On the Second Cup of Joe and John. Joe, what's your take on music covers?
As long as it's authentic, it should fit the band that's performing the song.
Yeah, but there's a lot of bad covers out there. I like Grand Funk Railroad, 1974.
You're on a binge, aren't you?
I am. I'm digging Grand Funk Railroad. 1974, The Locomotion came out. It was a cover of Motown 1962 hit. My point is, you don't want to cover a lot of things. Right? You want to be authentic. You want to be real. And that's where Two Rivers Ford has no peer. At Two Rivers, the best price is clearly marked on their website. All right, it's clear. All right, there's no coverage of that. We're going to do this and then give you that. Honesty, always the best policy, and it's why they are the South's most trusted Ford dealer. They're in Mount Juliet, and they have the greatest 800 number ever. 800 900 1000.
There you go.
What is it?
1-800-900 Grand Funk.
Okay. All right. Good for you. Anyway.
So when you bought your 2025 Mustang, that price, what you paid, it was it.
There was no surprises. I went in there. Jonathan,
Mr. Seiling made it happen.
He made it happen, and Jonathan at Finance got it done. So Two Rivers Ford. There's no reason to shop. There's no reason to look for other dealers being covers. All right? It's Two Rivers Ford.
TwoRiversFord.com. You can see every vehicle. That invoice, that price on the website is what you pay. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
It's the Second Cup of Joe and John with Joe Elvis and John Dwyer.
Here comes Nashville. Tommy.
Joe!
John. Good evening. We record the show in the evening now. We used to do it in the morning. Maybe we were better then.
No, you got a job. You're on Hippie 94 night. You got your career got in our way again.
Back on the radio, Joe Elvis, Hippie Radio 94.5. And you're listening all the time, aren't you? You didn't even remember my frequency number.
I need to be able to get it here in East Nashville. I can. I'm just joking.
So, Second Cup of Joe and John, available Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and now on YouTube. So if you're seeing this now, I'm looking at you. John's looking at you. This is our camera.
Joe loves that.
I love that camera right there.
A little too much.
But it's right there. And so the fun, unique part about it now is they see you and you're in a sling. So let's rewind the last show we did. You were going under the knife the next day. What kind of surgery did you have?
It is rotator cuff surgery. It's a rite of passage for anybody over 50. You're going to have one. It was falling off and so anyway, this is a real thing. I talked to anybody that had this surgery and they're like, ooh. It's not. So I'm about a month into recovery, but I have to wear this, and it hurts. I mean, I'm down a wing, and got to do everything left-handed. Let's keep our clean. Let's keep our clean. Statement.
So
here.
it's not a replacement; it's just rotator cuff surgery.
They're string holders.
String holders.
I'm a living marionette.
So Second Cup of Joe and John at gmail.com. You can send your get well greetings.
I would like that.
That would be nice.
Click subscribe, like, comment, whatever you like.
And then say get better.
To do that.
And so since we also talked, I have to lift up my youngest son, Joey, who does our posts on the socials for our show. Our great producer, Chase Akers, right here, sitting next to us.
Media.
But Joey does the social post. Joey just got engaged. And he did it at Cheekwood, which is a fabulous grounds, and it was just fantastic.
What'd she say?
She said yes, and he planned it all out. The pictures are beautiful, and they're just great together. You know, keys to a successful marriage are you just hang out. They hang out, and then they kind of do their thing, then they hang out.
You've been doing that for 29 years.
I just had your 29th anniversary. Yeah.
By the way, and we'll get to our guest. Your Joey has known her since like almost out of the womb, right?
Elementary school, they didn't really start dating to high school. She went to Ole Miss, he Auburn, and then she moved to Auburn, and they've been together ever since. He works in private equity in Brentwood, and she is a nurse at St. Thomas.
They have a video of them actually doing a newscast in grade school
when they
together,
were little.
right?
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
And he didn't ask then.
Now he did.
No, okay, I'm just checking. All
Don't
right.
want to blow it too early.
No, you don't want to. Yeah. She would have said no.
Yeah.
Hey, we know people.
Let's take a spin through Joe and John's Rolodex.
It ends on W. If you listen to the second show, you heard him, and he's back. Lifetime friend, guitar player, and all admonition and all disclosure. I am the drummer for the Government Cheese. Tommy Womack is the founder of Government Cheese, and we're grateful to have him here again as his new record is coming out. We're going to talk about that. So make welcome Tommy Womack to the Second Cup of Joe
And John. Tommy,
Hello.
welcome, man.
What
How are
about
you,
all that,
John?
Tommy?
I feel bad because your signature, your hat, that's you, and we have headphones, and
I'm totally cool with it. It took me years of therapy to get to that point.
Do you want to put your hat on over your headphones?
See, you never know until you try.
Yeah, try
So
that.
We'll see here.
yeah.
No. No. Okay.
Yeah, that's
not gonna
okay.
work.
All right, we'll edit that out, won't we, Chase?
Well, Tommy, you're looking good. Yeah. Congratulations. Your new album's going to be called Live a Little. December 5th is the release date, I believe. And let me add 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this the 6th album on Tommy's solo career? Ninth solo album.
It is my 9th solo album.
Congratulations. So let's start with that title, Live a Little. We're going to start here and rewind just slightly to what got you here. Live a Little is a big statement for you because life has almost ended a couple times.
Mm-hmm. And it has ended for a lot of friends. There's a song on the record called, I Guess We're at That Age, which is about bereavement. There's another song called Funeral Girl, which is about flirting with a girl at a funeral. And there is a song about a school shooting. There's a lot of stuff that's not feel-good number one hits of the summer, but there's a lot of the record that's just fun music to listen to and, maybe even dance to, depending on what your demographic is out there. And it's, I came up with Live a Little just because we have to, every time somebody goes and a dear friend and collaborator of mine, Todd Snyder, just died last week. And I'm among thousands who are still just processing that. And it's just, I've seen fellow musicians go down. We've both had friends. We've all had friends going down at the age that we are. And you just got to live a little. Okay, they're gone. Honor their memory, but get up and fix your Rice Krispies and hit the ground. It's their life is over, yours is not. And I hope that's the feeling that comes through the record. It's a record about reflecting, but also survival.
You just, in a nutshell, your album is essentially why we started this podcast, because we have gone through setbacks professionally, personally. Haven't seen the light, thank goodness, yet. But I love the fact that we all are reflecting at this time in our lives, and it's a positive album. I was reading some thoughts about it, and this is not a Debbie Downer. This is a embrace what you got left, because you're in the fourth quarter, probably. I mean, we just are, right? I mean, your heartbeat is a funeral drum beat to to the grave. No, I'm sorry. That's
Whoa.
Wow, that was sorry.
You can't say grave. You'll get
to the box.
Get flagged for that.
Yeah, I probably will. But I love the fact that you're embracing it as opposed to counting down the days. Fair?
Yeah. I don't write songs about teenage love or lust or to get you on the dance floor. I write about me and people like me. I'll be 63 on Thursday. I'll be playing D's in Madison, Tennessee, 6 p.m. Thursday.
November 20th.
November 20th.
It all already happened.
Yeah. Well, I will have played D's, and you
show,
missed
Tommy.
it.
You got to make it. You're not there
so
yet. I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know,
Anything
don't
could
get
happen
cocky.
in 2 days. Anything could happen. And that's another part of the record, too. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
So live a little, love a little, and lean on your friends and be there for them to lean on you. It's a positive record. It's got some cutting edge stuff on it, but it's in the overall scheme of things. Joe's listened to it now and said it sounded good, and he's kind of a sounding board for me. So that's about as far as I can go with how to describe it. I'm kind of like the worst person to ask to analyze it because I'm just so far inside the bubble. I know what the songs mean to me, or I know what they meant to me when I wrote them. I'm not necessarily the same person I was when I wrote that song, but it still moves me.
40 years with Government Cheese, all original, which is
all the original band.
40 years. You just played Third and Lindsley. We went there. Give me Joe's Not in the Room. He is a more than above average drummer, right? I mean, he's very.
Oh yeah.
He is.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah,
not
he's a
in the room?
legit. And how important is a drummer to a band?
Well, the drummer. If you have a crap drummer, you have a crap band.
Can we use that word, Chase?
Crap
Is that
band.
going to flag us? Okay, we're good. Could we? Okay.
The band survives on its rhythm section, and if your drummer is good and your bass player is good, and better still played together, they both have to be hitting the same beats at the same time with their respective instruments. You can't have a good band unless you have a good drummer and a good rhythm section, good bass player, and the rhythm guitarist has to lock into that as well. The whole thing with rock and roll is it's rhythm. It was something that turned teenagers on in the 50s when recording technology caught up with people's ability to appreciate rhythm. And it was a savage rhythm. It was rock and roll, and it scared people. And here we are almost 70 years later celebrating it. It has been 70 years, since Elvis put out That's All Right, Mama, 71 years, and rock and roll has not caused the world to blow up. It has not caused mass, it has caused mass incidences of degeneration. It has done that.
It's also been part of revolutions in a positive way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's been the tapestry, the sound, literally the soundtrack of our lives.
Yeah. And it means things. It means things. The music you hear when you're a kid is the music that's going to stay with you. And so I have this thing that my audience trends older. So I'm not their Guy Clark. I'm not their John Prine. I am Tommy Womack, and it's 2025, and this is it now. If you're not a person who just has to hear the songs they grew up with, if you're still somebody with open ears, then come join my church.
Love that.
But I'm under no illusions that people are suddenly not going to want to hear Living on a Prayer anymore. They want to hear Tommy Womack's record. I'm not under any illusions that that's the way it's going to be. But it's what I do for a living, and there's something honorable, I think, in continuing to do it until I drop. And like Joe said, there's a couple of times where I almost did drop.
And we're going to get to that.
Common sense would tell you not to look to Joe and John for this, but time for life lessons from Joe and John.
Tommy Womack, our guest, and Tommy's new album, Live a Little, coming out December 5th. Buy 1,000 of them for all your friends. And Tommy, let's just do a quick snippet. Quick snippet of government cheese history, because Tommy can wind up and a half hour later we'll still just be getting to meet each other. And I say that with love. But, I mean, a quick snippet of you and I met in 1985 at Western Kentucky University in the broadcasting class. Mm-hmm. So life lessons, you always wanted to be in a band.
Yeah, I wanted to be inside the records that I was listening to all the time.
And so maybe just give a quick little synopsis of those beginning days and how we got to where we are in present day with Government Cheese.
Well, we got to where we are today with love. I mean, we tussled and haggled. You don't put 4 people into a van for 7 years without somebody getting on somebody's nerves, but we love each other.
And smell the van from here.
You can smell the weed from there.
We've got a text thread, all 5 members of the band. It goes back years and years, and I cherish that. You know, I know bands from that started in 85 or 84 or 86, like the neighborhood of what time we started. And to this day, there's guys who aren't speaking to each other, yada, yada.
Or they're dead.
Or they're dead. There are several who are not with us anymore. And it's just silly. I mean, we're brothers. We're there for each other on stage and off. And we always go out there intending to do a great show. And I frankly think that we do. I think we're doing some of the best shows we've ever done in our lives now. You know, we haven't worn out. Mm-hmm. Let's put it that way.
I've been to them. Yeah.
You have, John, in some of our later ones. So we'll just move forward quicker on that. We played a lot. We got a record deal out of Nashville. Our very first record was called Come On Back to Bowling Green and Marry Me, a song Tommy Womack wrote, and a song that you're going to hear live right now, John, on the second cup of Joe and John. And if you're not ready, get situated. The guitar has been passed on. We're live nationwide.
Well, I've been working all week loading empty boxes at the PepsiCo. Now I'm on my knees behind the 31W Texaco. I drank enough tequila tonight to be declared a citizen of Mexico. And I'm asking you, baby, please, please, baby, won't you please? Won't you come on back to Bowling Green and marry me? Mama's on drugs and I need somebody here to take care of me. Between Picasso's and the pub and the store and the club, they're gonna bury me. So won't you leave that New York City behind? Come on back and be the baby of mine. Come on back to Bowling Green and marry me. Well, I know you got a great big part on that soap opera. I know you got enough money now to support me and a family. Well, I know your career is important to you, but my liver is precious to me. And I'm asking you, baby, please, please, baby, won't you please, 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 won't you come on back to Bowling Green and marry me? Mama's on drugs and I need somebody here to take care of me. Between Picasso's and the pub and the store and the club, they're gonna bury me. So won't you leave that New York City behind? Come on back and be the baby of mine. Come on back to Bowling Green and marry me.
Big finish. There you go, that Nashville. Are you ready?
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
So that, this is a great story of a guy who was looking for success, wanted to play. That was one of the very first songs I think you wrote, and that we actually recorded. And got great response. And we've had a handful of bands cover that song over the years. Bluegrass bands, the stuff. It's just a great, well-written song.
So where do you stand on covers?
I pretty much agree with what Joe said, that so long as it fits the band and they bring something to their rendition that wasn't apparent in the original record. You know, you got to take it somewhere, and it's also got to fit you. Yeah. And I've heard some great covers. I mean, Earth, Wind, and Fire's cover of "Gotcha Get You in My Life" is incredible.
Of the Beatles, right? Yeah.
Elton John's cover of "Pinball Wizard" is amazing.
The Who?
You know, I could think of them.
Yeah, I would agree.
Night long.
Rapid fire, rapid fire, rapid, pew, 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 rapid fire.
I got one hand. I can't use this.
Tommy, rapid fire questions. Rapid fire. We ask the questions. You fire back. What you have a massive album collection. Tommy buys the albums. What's on your turntable right now?
The new Rolling Stones release deluxe edition of Black and Blue.
All right.
2-disc edition of that.
Why'd you give me the CD one then?
Because I accidentally ordered the CD and album version.
I was over his house. He goes, here. I'm like,
oh, you thought that was really sweet.
Thanks.
And no, you ordered.
No, I just ordered two.
Name a favorite photograph. It can be one that's personal or one that's very famous.
There's one of Abraham Lincoln that is the only one that he slightly smiles in the picture because his son was bouncing. The Lincoln kids were really spoiled. They didn't discipline them. And one of his sons was constantly bouncing on and off of his lap while Matthew Brady was trying to get his photographic equipment set up. And it was irritating Matthew Brady to no end, but the president wasn't doing anything about it. And Tad is his name, his kid, is clowning around. And for a slight second, when Matthew Brady pulled the trigger and shot the photograph, Lincoln is slightly smiling. And you don't get pictures of people smiling. Back in the days when the exposure time on the camera was like 30 seconds and you couldn't smile. But there it was. And he's my hero, you know, before any rock stars, before anybody else. Abraham Lincoln is the ultimate self-made man, you know.
What would your significant other, Beth, how long you been married?
33 years, December 12th.
Who was the best man in your wedding?
You.
Thank you. What would your significant other say is a great trait of yours?
A great trait of mine? That I'm good-hearted. I'm not the smartest guy in the room, and I'm not blessed with a lot of common sense, but I am good-hearted.
And you pick.
Am I supposed to debate that?
No. I mean, well,
Tommy is good-hearted.
You're the best man. I mean, you can't. I mean, there's no going back. Favorite sandwich?
Favorite sandwich is the Italian special at Subway. It's got salami.
Get that a time or two on the road with the boys in the van.
There's one down from his house.
Okay.
Is that the one you go to?
I could walk to the Subway from where I live.
That's what it does.
I've never done it. Perhaps I will now. So when you have me back, I can say I've walked to the Subway, and your audience will be dazzled and relieved.
What advice would you give your 18-year-old self now?
Stay away from drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a big one.
Amen.
All right, we're gonna go to this. How about if we go to this? The magic dust.
Land. John, we talk about being real, and our guest Tommy Womack letting it out right here. A life that was lived is a reality that we all share, a shared life. And when we're looking for a vehicle and you go and you feel intimidated and you walk on the lot and there's 90 people coming at you and you're like, I don't want to talk to anybody. This is the relief of Two Rivers Ford, is that everything price, every invoice, every price that you see on the website, you just go look for cars and go, that's what I'm going to pay, and let's finish this deal.
Biggest thing for me is non-commission. You know, I mean, it doesn't matter. They don't. When I told you when I bought my Mustang from Ethan Seiling, It was at near the end of July, and I said, dude, we got to get this done. He says, no. We don't work that way. It's family owned since 1983. It's Two Rivers Ford. It's on I-40, Mount Juliet, just out there, right? Just past the airport.
Easy exit off,
Yeah.
tworivers.com. You can see every vehicle. And as John stated, you had Ethan, you have his son, Jay, who's the sales manager. You have folks that have worked there for decades. Go experience the family-run, family-owned difference. Two Rivers Ford, the South's most trusted Ford dealer.
Joe and John have come to the fork in the road.
That was nice. Tommy, a fork in the road. Let's go to this album again. Your 9th album, I think you said.
9th.
And part of your career, what I think has always been your best talent, you are a writer all the way through, no matter what guitar, no matter what song. Your books, you have 3 books out. And one of my favorite ones is the movie should be made of is The Lavender Boys.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe just give a brief description of your writing career, The Lavender Boys. Talk about that real quick, and then the others basically dance around your musical career.
Well, the Lavender Boys story was apparently snuffed out of anybody's consciousness around 1863, but one copy of Love Letters survived to testify to the world that the Lavender Boys did really exist, and they were the only all-gay Confederate regiment to serve in the Civil War.
There you go.
And it's the story told between, I didn't mean to say lovers, it's between a brother and sister. Although that sort of thing happened back then, that was not this case. Letters back and forth from his sister back home in Clarksville, Tennessee, and her brother Albert, who rises to the rank of captain, and is mysteriously, the Lavender Boys were transferred to George Pickett's division the day before Pickett's suicidal charge across the grass in Gettysburg. And somehow all the records of the Lavender Boys got lost, except for one copy. And I found that copy. And I have transcribed all of the letters back and forth between Albert and Elsie.
So we talk about fork in the road. There was one day that you knew nothing about that story, and another day you discovered this and felt compelled to write a book. That's a fork. It's a big fork.
I was given an anonymous phone call. A famous actor in Los Angeles actually had possession of the letters, and he was a fan of my work and said, I would really like to get this, turned into a movie. Would you write the script for me? And I said, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write the letters down and have them. And it just went from there. It's a dig into history. And I would like to add that everything I'm telling you is a bunch of hooey.
There's a little fiction here.
It's a little
But
bit
people
fictitious.
think it's real, which makes it
I
great
have
book.
given readings of it, and people have asked me, how did you do your research? And because the book goes to great lengths to cover up anything. I mean, the foreword of the book is me finding the letters and this actor having them and me transcribing them. And then it goes on. It continues to be just as if it's all nonfiction. But
Now I don't know what I don't know. I don't even
that's
know
good.
you anymore, Tommy.
You can order The Lavender Boys. It's TommyWomack.com.
TommyWomack.com.
TommyWomack.com. Cheese Chronicles has been out for 15, 20 years now. It's
35.
35. The story of government cheese, and Dust Bunnies is kind of a postlude of that, of Tommy's career and life and changes that went on. But they're 3 great reads. So if you want a cool gift or something to get into yourself,
Do you get a cut of that if you're?
No, I sure don't,
Oh,
man. I'm in the Cheese Chronicles. That's
of course
about all
you
I
are.
get.
You're
And
I do want to tell people that if I'm out of stock or anything like that happens, go to Amazon, go to any number of online specialty shops, and order the book. Just do a search and order Cheese Chronicles or Lavender Boys or Dust Bunnies or any of the records, and you'll get it in 3 business days, as opposed to if you order from me, you'll get it next year sometime.
Yeah, hold on.
You gotta wear shades.
Let's get that guitar back out.
Best is
Strap it
yet to
on.
come. What a life you've lived. A lot of scars.
That'd be fine.
You've cheated life a few times, and here you are. And I read, you think this is some of your best work?
This is
play
a
a
great
new song,
one live.
right?
This is a hit. This is Tommy Womack off his new album, Live a Little. You can order it at TommyWomack.com. And I don't even want to know how you came up with this one, but in the band, we affectionately called Tommy Womack the Acknowledger, because he acknowledges pretty much everything's all great or not so great. So this is another good example of it. Go ahead. Set it up.
Yeah, and I would like nobody to make any noise. This is a very serious subject.
Shh.
Very
Focus.
serious song about a very serious subject here.
Audience, keep it down.
Okay.
It requires a certain dignity to sing this song, certain seriousness. I'm a horny Mormon, I'm a horny Mormon, I'm a horny Mormon riding on a bike. I'm a horny Mormon, I'm a horny Mormon riding on a bike, and I know what you like. White shirt, black tie, what I got'll make you cry. Sister, you've got the look, I'll give you more than just a book. I'm on a holy mission, on a holy mission, on a holy mission. You can call me Larry, my favorite position, my favorite position. You know it's missionary. White shirt, black tie, what I got'll make you cry. Sister, you've got the look, I'll give you more than just a book. I gotta pop a wheelie, gotta pop a wheelie, need to pop a wheelie, I know you need it too. I wear my holy underwear, I wear it nearly everywhere. I wear it just for you. White shirt, black tie, what I got'll make you cry. Sister, you've got the look, I'll give you more than just a book. No coffee, no beer, an hour and I'm out of here. I'm the one you'll want to tackle once you see my tabernacle. On a holy mission, on a holy mission, on a holy mission. Can I call you Mary? My favorite position, my favorite position. You know it's missionary. I'm a horny Mormon, I'm a horny Mormon riding on a bike, and I know what you like.
There you go, America. As heard on the Second Cup of Joe and John live, Horny Mormon off the new Tommy Womack album, Live a Little. You can't unhear that one. And you're going to want it. You're going to wake up later tonight, and want it and hear it. Order that album.
I heard coffee in there. If you could change it to Second Cup of Joe and John, that'd be good. If you could just work that in.
Did I say that? Oh,
Tommy.
sorry. A Second Cup of Coffee. Shot. That's a good one. How did that one come up? Where were you? You're driving down
Personal
the road.
experience.
Yes. What is?
I don't.
You write what you know.
It's surprising how many songs you write that you have no memory of writing. Just one day you didn't have the song, and the next day you did. There's tons of my songs that I have no memory at all of writing. That I can't say. I heard Horny Mormon come across my transom in some formation. Occasionally 2 words come together in your consciousness that don't necessarily belong to one another, but sound great, sound just absolutely delicious. And I heard Horny Mormon in my head one day.
Together.
And I knew, Beth, where's my guitar? Let me get my notepad out here. And, when you hear a phrase like Horny Mormon drift across your brain, it's time to write the song. The song is going to write itself, and it did. Horny Mormon was written in 10 minutes.
It's always the best. Tommy, TommyWomack.com. Buy that album, Live a Little. How, to this date, how long have you been sober?
My sobriety date is July 18th of 2012. I have not had a drink since the night before that. I have tried to smoke pot a few times, and it never ended well. And I had a bad car wreck in 2015 that got me started on pain pills again, but I've been clean of those for 4 years, I think it is. Might be more than that. I didn't keep up with anything. I didn't keep up with any clean date but the original one of July 18th, 2012. And let me tell you, I've never been happier. It's been the best 13 years of my life. And waking up without a hangover never gets old. It's still cool just to wake up in the morning and have a cup of coffee because you want one, not because you need one right away, or not have to chug a bottle of water the minute you rise out of your bed, which is feeling painful. It's so great to not have hangovers.
Well, this has been since I've known you, which has been 40 plus years, this is your greatest success.
Yeah.
You coming around to this and you holding this line, and it's why you're alive today, because you sure would not be alive on that earlier path.
Oh, absolutely.
Nope, you wouldn't.
I mean, my life, I have lived the Hunter Thompson, Lemmy, Ozzy life. I mean, I've done that. I can sing people who died and know all who Terry and Julie are, who fell from the roof on East 29. I know those people. When we started singing people who died 40 years ago, I thought that it was a little pretentious for 4 college pukes to be singing about these weird and nasty street kids in New York who were dying. But now, 40 years down the line, we've seen a lot of stuff together. We've done a lot of stuff together. And then you got your mind together and got a real job. And I continued to be out there out of my head for 30 more years. I've seen a lot of people go. As we said earlier, live a little.
Yep.
Tell
everybody what your socials are. How can people get a hold of you and see you and do the things?
Facebook.com/Tommy Womack is the personal page, which gets a bit more traffic than the artist page, actually. It's a little more fun. Facebook.com/Tommy Womack Music is the Facebook page, obviously, or I wouldn't have said Facebook.com. Instagram.com/Tommy Womack official. There is a YouTube page called Tommy Womack Tuber. I don't know why. I didn't name it that. My manager at the time named it that, I guess. But it's Tommy Womack, Tuber. And that's where my podcast shows up. I actually do a podcast, been doing it since not long before I got sober. It was the Monday morning cup of coffee. And now it's the Tuesday morning cup of coffee because I don't,
Wait a minute. There's like copyright infringement.
Both shows with no coffee sponsors.
That's right. We're going to, hey, congratulations on everything. Your zest for life, the fact that you are, not counting the days, but making the days count, right? That's a song, by the way, right there. You don't have to tribute me or anything. Thank you. But it's always good to see you. You sound better than ever.
Well, thank you so much.
Glad you came over here to big East Nashville land, Tommy, 37206. Love you, my brother. And may God bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you.
And give you peace.
Amen, sir.
Amen.
All right. That's another wrap on our 100th episode.
100. How did this just slip in at the end?
We buried the lead. It's not about us. No, it is about us. On the Second Cup of Joe and John.
It's the Second Cup of Joe and John as their guests expound on any and all topics within the realm of decency. Want to be a sponsor? Let a TV and radio guy help build your business. Email the show, secondcupofjoeandjohn@gmail.com. Now, hold on tight and grab another second cup of Joe and John.